Behind every theater stage, there's the classic big red curtain. And the curtain closes, the curtain opens. And to think that a 1 hour polished theater performance has no script behind it, or no preparation, no orchestration to what's going on, that would be complete nonsense, right? Everyone in the crowd knows about the preparation, the hours, the months of script writing, editing. Everyone knows that in the back of their mind when they're enjoying the performance, right? So it's this behind the scenes of what's really going on and what it took to put this thing together. The countless hours, months, repetitions, the edits, the mess ups, all for this 1 hour performance. And with the flawless movements and just the level of mastery with it, you can see that. You can see that, right? The theater stage of your mind has the same effect. Your beliefs and inner stories present themselves, and they prance around a little bit. And they create for this emotional ride the fear that the character won't find her lover, like in the play. The love that you feel when you see the guy that kisses her at the end of the theater performance in the stage light. Emotion is energy in motion. Feeling is energy moving around. And with your thoughts, beliefs, and inner stories, there's an emotion attached with those, either at a conscious or unconscious level. So every thought has an energetic code or script behind it. And there's an energy attached to it. And each thought, belief, and inner story has this energetic weight. A belief, something that you believe or know to be true even, has a heavier energetic weight than just a random thought. And we can feel that. Something that we know to be true, like our names, and just a comparison to just a random thought about some random thing about your day, the coffee you're gonna get. Okay? So each one has an energetic weight to it. And this script, this code that's running is mostly at a unconscious autopilot type level. There's this behind the scenes script called energy here that is running our life and determining our life experience. And as we grow up into our adult lives, we become numb to these familiar emotions, this script that's running on autopilot, because it's familiar. It's this familiar script running. And I think Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this very well, how it's this familiar routine, these familiar emotions, familiar feelings, thoughts, beliefs, inner stories. You wake up, you turn off your alarm with the same finger. You go to the bathroom, into the shower, scrub your head the same way, go make your coffee the same exact way. And it's the same thing on repeat, on autopilot. And there's an energy attached to that. So you're communicating this same energy to the universe over and over and over again about who you are, where you belong, what you're doing, and what you deserve. And it's this thing that runs on autopilot. And as we're adults, we tend to call it just the way things are. Because it's this unconscious thing, but it dictates our life experience. So, if you're not satisfied with your current life experience and results, I have good news for you here. And this is where it gets fun. So, to change the energetic code that we're talking about here is to change your life experience. To change the program that's running means to change the code behind it. Okay? It's about feeling something different than what you've always felt. There's this code, this script of energy that's running, familiar, autopilot, familiar feelings, emotions. It's about feeling something different than what you've always felt there. Okay? So you break the script that's been running on autopilot for years. And it's this perpetuating thing feeding the same life experience. So you become aware of how the negative thoughts, the same thoughts run on autopilot, and those same negative thoughts are followed by a negative, less than type feeling. There's always a feeling attached to the things, either conscious or at an unconscious level, right? But it's about breaking that script running. It's about feeling something different. You feel something different. And it's shocking when you do this because you realize the groove, the groove of emotions that you're in, the same repetitive stuff, you go to feel something different and you break the script that way. Because behind all of the routines, thoughts, beliefs, inner stories, there's the energetic code behind it. There's the energy attached to it. So you break the script by feeling something different, which would mean you talk about your desired reality and the things that you want. You break the script by feeling abundance and gratitude and those higher emotions. Those emotions attached with your desired reality. And even if it means before you go to bed at night, even if it means pacing around your room, reading yourself something, and almost acting out these higher emotions, sparking that new code, breaking the code by communicating a different energy to the universe. So that's something that I've done. Pace around your bedroom before you go to bed. Spark those feelings of prosperity, abundance, gratitude. And one of the things I didn't realize about this, feeling is a muscle that gets atrophied if you don't practice it. And if you're in the same routine, familiar emotions and all that stuff, feeling is a muscle to be trained. So you can feel abundance on demand. You can train yourself like that. You can feel gratitude on demand just by sitting with yourself alone. So this is how you begin to spark a new energy. You break that script, you communicate a new energy, and you rewrite that code. So it's about feeling something different. Okay? When the thoughts, beliefs, and inner stories come up, there's an energy behind it, which is that energetic code that we're speaking about here. Okay? So we're not trying to fix the program out. You don't fix the program by clicking around in different tabs and changing the colors and cutting stuff up. No, you change the code behind it. So this is the foundation. You feel something different to break that code and to create a different life experience out here. So day by day, you set aside 5 to 10 minutes minimum, 5 to 10 minutes to start, and you communicate this new energy. You recognize the familiar way of doing things and the familiar way of feeling, this script that runs on autopilot for you, and you set aside 5 to 10 minutes a day to communicate a new energy. And you match this energy, you match these higher emotions, these higher feelings, with those mental images of your desired reality. So in this way, you're keeping those images in your mind, you're feeling this new energy, and you're communicating to the universe that this is who you are now. This is what I deserve now. This is what's happening now. And you communicate with the universe only in the present moment. Only in the present moment. You have to bring it to right now. You have to bring the prosperity, those feelings, that energy to right now. That's where you communicate with the universe. So by doing this, the really interesting thing about this practice is too, you have to be patient with this to experience the little time gap in between you communicating this new energy and seeing results in your external world. Okay? But by doing this, you're rewriting not only your future, but you're also rewriting the present and your past. You're rewriting the past because you're changing the relationship you have with your past and how it got you to this moment right here. You're changing your present because you're feeling something different right now and you're creating a new energy. You're sparking something different. You're breaking that code and you feel that happening. And you're changing your future because you're communicating a different energetic message to the universe about who you are, what you deserve, where you belong. You're changing that unfolding of events. So congrats on that.